Hello. This is so weird.
Wait, is it recording?
3,
2, 1.
Hello. Okay. Yeah, I haven't filmed anything in a while, but hello, welcome. If people are new here, don't know me or you guys, I'm Zoe.
I'm Mohan, also part of Zoe's cohort at UCSD, studying psychology.
Yeah, I didn't preface this at all, so we are, oh, and this is Kyros.
Yeah, Kyros, yes.
Inconsequential, doesn't matter.
Yeah, we are all in the first year PhD program cohort in psychology at UCSD. And basically Kyros found out I had a YouTube channel.
Stalking hardcore.
And
No, she had a sticker. She had okay, that's the story. She had a sticker, YouTube sticker, on her laptop. And I was like, I was just teasing her. I was like, wow, you have a YouTube sticker. Are you a YouTuber?
And then I couldn't lie. You like literally study lying. So we're going to film a video, I guess, just about like our experience so far in the program. So again, we're all first years. We've been here for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, this is week 6. Week 7 now, almost. Yeah, so 6 weeks, yeah.
Which seems like not long at all, but also like
years.
a long time. Yeah. But yeah, so I think maybe I was thinking of just like asking you guys, know an answer to about like what were your expectations going into grad school, and then has that been similar to what you've experienced or not, or yeah, I guess let's start with that, like expectations.
So I guess going in, I was just like, okay, you're gonna have a couple classes, which I have.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna do research, which I'm doing. So yeah, no, obviously. I guess, but like in terms of like, I was really excited to be able to kind of just like have ideas and then execute those ideas in terms of like research and experiments, which I've been able to do so far, which has been really nice. So pretty much all of my expectations have been met. Not necessarily like how much I like my classes so far. I thought there was going to be like more offerings for some things, but
yeah. I agree that I also thought there were going to be more offerings for classes, and we usually get to choose between like 2.
Yeah, like, which
it's like, well, okay, you know, if you don't like them, then you're kind of screwed and just have to pick one, so you might end up taking something that you don't like so much.
It's like some other classes, like psychobio or like neuroscience. Like I have a degree in neuroscience. I don't want to take a class in that. I've already done it. I have 4 years of background in that, so.
Yeah, that's true. But maybe it's easy, like.
Yeah, but like I want to like further my education. I don't waste my time with this work.
Like that's why we're here.
I really do think that there's a change in how you plan out your schedule and how you do your work, because when you are in undergrad, you know what you're doing. You just need to do classes, finish the assignments, and go to the exams. So there's no sort of extra work you can do. But once you get into grad school, you always have something going on.
Yes.
Grad school will be really easy if all we have is just classes, and all we need to worry about is just classes. That would be really easy, right? Like,
right.
But
no,
it's like when you are never actually done with anything. Like right now we have first year project.
Research
project. Yeah, first year research project. We need to read papers.
Lots of papers.
Lots of
reading.
A lot of brainstorming.
Yep.
And like for me, my experiment is gonna need stimuli, and I have to make them myself, which is
same.
Which is a lot of work. You are never really completely done with anything. You can't really have a day you're like, oh yeah, I really have no work to do, and I can just completely
you
relax.
choose consciously, like I'm not working today.
Yeah, you have to choose consciously. You have to make your own decisions about when to take a break and when to do work, and and I think having the habit of reading papers when you're free, when you're bored, make that kind of like a like a part of your free time event, instead of, because it's so important. You have to read so many papers when you're relaxing, and you pour yourself a cup of tea or wine and read some papers. You know, just have the habit. I think that's important to have that habit, and that's just have that as part of your lifestyle.
And I think you brought up a good point too about like time management kind of, because yeah, for our first year research project that we were talking about, we all have to complete an entire research project, meaning like literature review, and then you design your experiment, you run participants or whatever, if that's the kind of research you do, analyze the data, write a report, do a presentation, all of that by the end of our first year. And so really the only deadline is like have that done by the end of your first year. But you need to create your own deadlines and be self-motivated to figure out how you're gonna do that. Oh, I guess also kind of going along the same lines of like separating work and life too, because we don't want to be like, don't do grad school because you're going to be busy all the time, blah blah blah. I mean, you are, but like
you know, like the work-life balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of weird the first year because it's like it's really. I feel like it's really a trial by fire. At least I feel like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like you gotta run on that rat wheel really
Right,
get going. And especially because it's like a new paradigm that we exist in now. It's like a new stage of life.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're kind of just feeling it out, and then like I'm a workaholic, so like I took this weekend off because I was like I did like a week ago I did like an 80-hour work week, and I was like no, I gotta take a break.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely like something you have to like consciously choose like what kind of lifestyle you want, because every student does it different. I feel like, especially like the second and third years. Like some of them are like way more chill about how much work they do. Others are like, yeah, I'm putting in those 70 hours every week.
Right.
For sure.
And some people also separate like work from home. Like I know you do a lot. You basically just try to only work in your office.
Yeah, I don't work inside my apartment. So.
Yeah, and then you try to go home and not work. So I think that's good to like separate the two. And we do have offices here. Like I'm in my office right now.
It's great.
Yeah, that is pretty great.
Yeah,
there's nice, beautiful lights.
Yep.
So that's really nice that we do like have that space to try to separate a little bit more. Also, it's currently Sunday at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Also, it's 5 and it's already like pitch black outside. Thanks daylight savings. It's currently Sunday and we're here at work. Like I don't know what that says about us, but that's because like we're getting together after this to
talk about work.
Yeah, to talk about work.
But it's more casual for sure.
Right. We're just gonna get together and like, talk about our research ideas and get feedback, and it's gonna be chill.
Yeah,
So
and talk about how the best way to get your PI to accept your research.
Yeah. Then that makes me think of another thing of just like having a support network. I feel like we all came in, like us as the first year cohort, and I feel like we got along really well together. I know I like you guys.
I think that is like a really good point. Is like kind of getting like the right like vibe of like the program you're going to, and then like also like kind of measuring how happy the grad students are there.
Yeah.
Because like versus like UCLA, like the grad students there, in my opinion, are slightly less happy than here.
Okay.
So it is like something to like kind of take into account.
I do think San Diego has a much better vibe than like LA. I mean, I don't know. But
I love LA, but I mean like I don't know, just it takes the city takes a lot out of you. It's
Yeah.
your sole driver.
That's what
here.
it seems like. Yeah.
But a lot of fun.
The vibe of the department is really chill. Everybody's really casual. I mean, when it comes to work and when it comes to science, everybody's like super serious about science, right? But it's like
everyone pokes fun at each other during like the run
Yeah.
Like everyone's pretty jovial about.
And it's like, but besides like the actual content of your work and what the actual science that you're doing, people aren't really as uptight as you think.
No one's butthurt about anything, which is what I really like. Some departments, some people are butthurt about something for sure.
When I interviewed in New York, that school just completely had a very different vibe. I'm not gonna say what school that is, but it had a very different vibe, and just everything felt really formal, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but definitely having a chill vibe within the department definitely helps you relax, build a closer relationship with the people in the department, with your PI, with your cohort, with your lab mates.
Yeah. Also, it's chill, like dress-wise. I was afraid that in grad school, I was like, oh no, am I gonna have to like dress up or something? Because I obviously don't do that. Like I'm wearing like sandal. Like this is San Diego. Any last things? One thing I was actually gonna ask about real quick is like both of you guys are TAing this quarter. I'm not TAing, but like so what's your experience with TAing? Like how was that?
It takes a lot of time for sure. At least for me, because I'm TAing like statistics for undergrads, and so there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. Overall, I enjoy it, but I enjoy teaching, but like it kind of detracts from your time. You have to do research, which is slightly annoying.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I also like teaching, so it's like
Right.
But I
Right.
like research more. So.
Right. Yep. I feel like that's kind of what you have to be in this program. If
Yeah.
you're in a PhD program, like you're gonna have to teach and do research,
Mhm.
and so you need to like both. But you also need to like research more
Yeah.
because you don't want the teaching to take over.
I think what can be challenging is when you are TAing for a class that's not about your area of
Yeah, that's true.
specialization, and it could be tough. Like, for example, if you make me TA for developmental psych, I would not be able to answer most of the questions that students have if I don't look at if I don't read the textbook beforehand. But it's really about, I think it's also a learning experience. I mean, of course, it kind of sucks when you have other work that you have to do, and then you have to do TA work as well. You have to familiarize yourself with the class materials, but it's also a good way to let you have a good idea, to help yourself have a good idea of like the general idea within psychology. If you want to be a psychologist, it's important for you to be able to understand other fields too.
Other subfields.
Like you kind of have to have a general knowledge.
Yeah, you have to have a general knowledge.
Psychology.
And TAing definitely forces you to do that.
All right. Well, any parting thoughts?
Sick brain tats, bro.
Wait. He just got a brain tattoo.
Brain
I
tat
have
one.
tattoos too.
I don't.
And then so I got these it's Friday, and these are my brain. I'm calling me on the first
I
team to get a brain
know.
tattoo.
Isn't it so
Or my own brain
good?
tattooed myself.
It's his brain.
It's super sick.
So good. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
let's have some time my or mine. Oh, look at that. That is D prime, guys.
Yeah.
Protection theory.
Exactly.
Well, with that, thank you for watching, and if you have other questions, leave them in the comments. Okay, it stopped recording, but I think that was the end anyway. So,
Yeah.
see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.